This is a video response to Ms. Skeeter's 100 subscriber contest. First, I want to say congratulations on your 200 plus subscribers and thank you for having this contest. You wanted us to share our personal or professional wisdom, and I'm going to try to do a little bit of both. One thing I've learned having 4 kids and managing people is that you have to remember that there's 2 sides to every story. You always need to listen to both sides, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. But you have to realize too that they're not trying to lie to you. It's just that people perceive the world differently through their eyes. So, another thing, when I was in high school, man, was I ready to hit the world. I wanted to hurry up and graduate, get on with my job. And my dad pulled me aside and he basically said, enjoy the time that you have right now. Because as you get older, time is going to fly by. And I'm going to have to say, Dad, you were 100% right. 54 years have gone by in a flash. Now this was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I used to joke with my boys. This was before my little girl came around. That if you ever receive an invitation to the Jerry Springer show or to the Maury Povich show, under no circumstances go. All you will get is embarrassed in front of millions of people. So far I haven't seen any of them on Jerry Springer or Maury Povich. Now this is some professional wisdom. Before my stroke, I was a manager with the local telephone company and worked in a call center. When you call into the phone company to discuss your bill, always try to have your paper bill in front of you, or if you're paperless, then pull it up on the internet, the electronic version, because my reps are trained to go page by page, item by item, and they're taught to explain all the charges, all the credits, and even some of the informational messages that may appear on your bill. Another one is try not to ever call into the call center on your cell phone while you're in traffic. Because what will happen is when you move along in traffic and you switch from one cell phone to one cell tower to another, there's a good chance that you will drop the call. And when you do, my rep gets a soft tone that lets her know that a new call is coming in, and he or she has no way to call you back. So you're going to have to call back in and basically start all over. And number 3, or the third thing is, when you call, don't call when you're brushing your teeth, when you're gargling, when you're drying your hair, or when you're on the toilet. It happens. Another thing is, never call when you want to enjoy some private time with yourself. I don't want to hear your private time, and my reps don't want to hear your private time. More than likely what's going to happen is the rep will transfer you to me, manager or supervisor, and I will disconnect the call. This goes for anybody, employer or employee. Whenever you make a mistake, own it. just step up and tell your boss, your spouse, that you've made a mistake, because it's easier for a manager or a spouse to help figure out the problem than to try to figure out what lie you've told. So just own your mistakes. It'll get solved quickly, and actually people will respect you more if you own your mistakes. When it comes to customer service, always treat your customer like you would want your grandparents treated or your parents treated. That's an easy rule to live by, and I've tried to do that my entire work history. And now I'm going to share a true story with you. Everybody's heard the cliche, you don't judge a book by its cover. Well, when I was working for Firestone in the 80s, I was a manager of passenger fire sales. And one afternoon, older gentleman walked in. He had bib overalls on. He had tobacco juice stains on his little t-shirt. He was barefooted. His feet were filthy. And, I was busy at my desk. And I looked up and I thought, well, he's got to be a bum. He circled the showroom a couple times. He looked at some tires, and next time I looked up, he was gone. So about 45 minutes later, the phone rang, and it was a friend of mine from the Truck Tire Center. And he called and said, "Thanks, Richard." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he asked me if I remembered the man in the bib overalls walking around the showroom. And I said, "Sure." And he says, "Well, his name is Mr. So-and-so. He owns a trucking company that has 15 semi-trucks and trailers and about 12 pickup trucks. And I just signed him onto a commercial account." And at the time I realized that for that year I probably lost $1 million in sales. So never judge a book by its cover, because you never know. Miss Skeeter, congratulations on your 200 plus subs. Thank you for having the contest. And to my viewers, if you haven't subscribed to Ms. Skeeter, what are you waiting for? I'm going to put her link in the bottom. You need to get over and subscribe to her channel and start enjoying her videos.